for that gracious introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm deeply touched and humbled to be inducted into the International Women's Forum and Leadership Foundation's 2018 Hall of Fame. And I'm so pleased to be doing so by joining the ranks of over 80 inspiring women leaders from across the globe. Ms. Teresa Weintraub, IMF's Global President, Ms. Stephanie Matthews O'Keefe, IWF's CEO, and our conference co-chairs, Ms. Melanie Damian and Ms. Lucy Morello, Esquire. Thank you. Thank you for bringing together this dynamic group of women leaders from across the globe. In November 2005, I rose to the presidency, the first democratically elected female head of state in Africa. I did so on the shoulders of women of Liberia through the force of their free will, their labors, their hope for a better future. It was the women of Liberia who, following 2 decades of civil conflict, demanded peace and accountability. I accept this award on their behalf. And on behalf of the women of Africa who, from the margins, continue to be the bulwark of our economies. Just months ago, Liberia celebrated 15 consecutive years of peace. We can now say, with full pride and gratitude, that we are raising a generation of Liberian children who have never known war. Who have never had to run from violent conflict and who hold the potential to unlock Liberia's future. Dear friends, the United States, through successive administrations, has been a key partner to Liberia, investing in and developing our nascent democratic institutions. Our US partners have continuously worked to ensure that our institutions will outlast any one individual and that the will of the people will always prevail. For decades, Africa has worked to cherish the ideals of freedom and accountability and looked towards the United States as the leader of the free world in this regard. We can now say with pride that Africa is on a fast track for democratization, and this has engendered development, improving the welfare of our citizens. As I look across this room at each And every one of you, women of all different backgrounds, nationalities, age, and creed, gather to celebrate that which unites, supports, and empowers. I'm excited. I'm excited because I can feel the strength and the power of women in this room. Eleanor Roosevelt once stated, "Too often, the great decisions are originated and given form in bodies made up wholly of men. Today, the example of organizations such as the IWF, with hundreds of women leaders here in this room this evening who have reached the pinnacle of their professions, exemplify the spirit of Eleanor Roosevelt and what she fought for." The recipient of tonight's Women Who Make a Difference Award are indeed the legacy of Eleanor Roosevelt. I salute you. I join IWF in saluting my fellow inductee, Ms. Alice Walton, for her commitment to improve the human condition through the arts and humanities. This is matched only by her dedication to improving access to education within communities. Ms. Walton, your philanthropic endeavors has elevated countless people. Your work continues to bridge the divide between that which aims to separate us. I hope that my small effort in Africa, which aims at the same objectives, will continue to elevate women who have been part of the marginalized world. Thank you, Ms. Walton. Fellow participants, I'm a politician, so I've got to say a little thing. In a little over a week, you will go to the polls. And elect local, state, and national representatives. For the first time since 1994, you have an unprecedented surge of first-time female candidates. Running for offices, big and small. Among these first-time candidates is Johanna Hayes, a teacher from Connecticut. If elected, Hayes would be the first African-American congresswoman from any New England state. In the Midwest, Somali-American Ilan Omar has the opportunity to become one of the first Muslim women congressmen, and on the West Coast, in one of the most competitive races, Korean-American Young Kim is fighting to succeed her former boss's seat, Representative Ed Royce of California. The diversity of these women is indicative of the strength and power of a democratic society. Despite their political differences, they demonstrate a unified love for country and service. The rise in female political activism in recent years is a global phenomenon. Female political leaders in Liberia and Africa are fighting to challenge patriarchal political party structures designed to keep women as political outsiders. As president, my administration tried and perhaps could have done even more to expand women's access to political space at all levels of government. Through several programs, Liberia invested in empowering young women while challenging some of the antiquated, traditionally held gender roles and norms. As a result, we too saw an unprecedented number of women who ran for political office in our October 2017 elections. Those included one presidential candidate, 6 vice presidential candidates, one of whom succeeded. Moreover, close to 160 women sought seats in the legislature. Ladies and gentlemen, the growing trend in female political participation across the globe is exciting, but the challenges remain. The lingering vestiges of the structural barriers which historically precluded women from office, unfortunately, still exist. It is now up to us to continue to break those barriers, to push forward and illuminate the path for the generation coming behind us. It is up to us to create the world redefined, to create the Africa we want, the United States you want, and to create the world we want. Women, rise and shine. Go for it. Take it. Claim it. It's yours.